Okay, just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, all right.
Just
So live stream. Okay.
May the fourth be with you.
Okay. Okay, Greg Ricker, the Hemp Gringo, podcast number 9. I'm here with Renn Loren, famous. Well, actually, you're ex-famous. We're all ex-famous.
I'm the outcast number 9. Podcasting, and I'm outcast number 9.
Okay, outcast number 9. Well, we got Renn as a guest today. Renn and I used to run around the DR. He published several articles for me about our efforts to try to bring industrial hemp to the DR, and we failed.
Not too miserably.
Not too miserably. We just had to stop 180 miles go east where they like you. Yeah, they don't like us there. I think it's the y x and y coordinates. But anyways, so let me catch you up a little bit with what we've been doing. We've just been knocking out greenhouses, and and we're going to distribute. We're keeping it real simple, and it's interesting because I'm getting tidbits from the DR. Renn lives in the DR, the Dominican Republic, and he was a musician, and he was with all the big guys and traveled around the world and played with everybody. Yeah, small guys, yeah, like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So, but he made quite a name for himself, and he and I became fast friends because I'm a Hollywood guy, and he did
my best friends are flies.
All his best friends are flies. I don't know what that means exactly, but okay. He's been in the jungle too long.
Sure.
I think he ate his neighbor.
This isn't a shirt, This is like plant leaves. Clung to me. Yeah.
That's the way it goes. You have to have that.
He's got one of those fancy shirts, made out of cloth with a collar and everything.
Yeah. It's a rental. You gotta have it back by 3. So, but tell me, I mean, it's probably nothing changes, nothing works in the DR. It's kind of the old rule of 82 in terms of IQ and stuff. But what is there? And have been any? I've been away for a while, and I'm in, as you know, and are there any rumblings? Because I'm hearing rumblings of like hemp. This guy's doing that. This guy's doing that, and also. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They're kind of creeping in a little bit. Yeah, I hear it too. I hear chatter about it. Some guys coming in trying to do something.
Yeah, I really can't get over the story that the doctor. I can't remember his name, but he was like Ebenezer doctor. He was the president's doctor, and he put like 15 or 20 hemp plants. Well, they're cannabis, but hemp, and on his roof of his building or whatever, and they threw him in jail. He's in jail.
Yeah.
I don't know for how long, but I think it was a hard sentence of some sort. I don't know. Do you know anything about that?
I heard about it, but I didn't hear how long he got. I think he just got like a coercive measure, making a little example out of him. And they let him out.
Yeah.
Benadry's doctor, yeah. Louis.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're just tough on it, man. It's like, and it's just a lack of education. If they knew what they were talking about, they'd shut the hell up.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's the church thing. It's the whole moral deal,
Yeah, and what a farce.
Total nonsense, yeah. And there's some Canadian company I've heard trying to get into, right? CBD.
Yeah. Well, they've been doing it for a while. Over in Puerto Rico, they got a guy who does $247 million a year in revenue. He's from Venezuela, and he came in under the radar, and he bought up all these warehouses, and he cranked it out. Now he's got deep pockets, so he can pay for lighting and water and all the things that normal companies use. Where we kind of our thing is micro cost. That's my motto. Like we have greenhouses, so we're not warehouse, so we're greenhouses, so we use natural light. And we do have lights but everything is solar powered, and our water is plumbed in. We got municipal water now, which I don't really like, but we got filters to help purify it a bit. So we're good. We're good. We got a big harvest coming in November.
Yeah.
So, so
Microcost.
micro cost. I
I
come up.
live on that. I live on a microcost.
Is that right? Well, I come up. It's like I've
How
created
much
my
does a
whole.
microcost?
I I've created my whole new terminology, and people just
Yes.
look at me and they're like, "Is that a word?" I'm like, "Google wasn't a long time ago, but look at it now."
Yeah. Oh, Google was a numerical amount. It hadn't been applied as like an adjective before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Yep. So, like in terms of maybe now that we're like at the final phase, now that we're actually exporting or in the midst of exporting, because we had to have the perfect product. Because if we sent out, I mean, we've had lots of harvests, but it wasn't quite where we needed it to be. There was always something wrong. We had too much pesticides, or we had a coli on one crop, and um, like a lot of us, like my farmer's fantastic. He's like an
Yeah.
amazing greenhouse builder, and he
But
but the thing is, it's new. Like hemp is new to a lot of people. I mean, they've been doing it up north, but they harvest once or twice or maybe a few times a year if they're in the warehouse. I can't really speak intelligently about it, even though I already have. But when I first started this gig 8 years ago, the whole pitch to go into the Caribbean, like 7 8 years ago, as you can remember when I was down there, it
yeah.
was like, look at I can harvest every 90 days.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, that turned out to be kind of a bunch of crap, but
Well, the
but
weather's been changing a lot too. A lot more moisture, rain than there
yeah,
used to be.
yeah,
You
we
know,
had
you
one
got,
that was wet legs. You call it wet
yeah,
legs, but then we learned and we went to pots. So
mm,
we're in pots to keep us out of the water,
yeah,
and we have plenty of land. So if we want to go outside and do that, we can do that. We have a big seed guy behind us who's wants to see us succeed, and
yeah,
well, we are succeeding. There's no refuting our success. I mean, it's a very expensive facility. It's very well organized. It's very commercial, professional. We're formalized in terms of all our documentation. Our attorneys have our top notch. Our head attorney is Jim Hurley, and he was head attorney for Texaco Oil for some 20
yeah.
years.
It's a good, strong team, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
CFO who's going to kick into action when we when we have a reason for him to. He was with the SEC and FINRA for 12 years.
Oh yeah.
So so
Yeah.
like, if we want to go public, he's going to be our guy. But we're putting the cart before the horse. But you know what I'm doing is I'm putting tents. You should check this out. You can buy these tents. Um, you go online and they're glamping, they're luxury tents, and I'm gonna put a few along the field because we have like 60.
Luxury tents. Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know what that is. I just see it as a tent. I think it's somebody's old socks.
No, man, you put rugs in them. They got kitchens in them. They got stoves, wood burning
Wow.
stoves.
Yeah, I've seen those glamper tents. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
which this is what's interesting. You should check this out. There's a site. It's called Luna, and they have like round tents, globes,
Yeah.
and what they want to do is if you're 2 miles uh, to the ocean and 3 miles to any type of city, they will split the cost on a community, a glamping community.
Yeah. Like the one in SOV now.
Is that right?
Yeah. The
So
bubble glampers.
okay, but the thing is, that's kind of interesting. If you have 2 acres, that's nothing to grab two
Yeah.
acres where you could get on the hill and look out at the ocean and get down. And if you're like near Sosua or Port of
Yeah.
Plata, that's going to be something because I'm working on my golf course there and out east towards Gas Bernardes, and it's like I could do some glamping there.
You could. It's nice actually.
Yeah, and I think I mean, when we used to live in Canada during the summers, and my whole life actually, and half my friends who were very wealthy people. Some of them, I mean, whenever some of my friends were wealthy people, and they preferred to live in tents, big giant tents, rather than a house. I don't know why, but no maintenance, nice beds. You get these really nice beds, double beds, queen size beds. So I'm gonna, and this is what's really funny. They have a financing program. It's a lease program. So for $24 like a month, you can buy a $1,500 tent, which is really nice. And it's like $24 a month for, I don't know, 2 years or whatever the terms are, but it's very reasonable. And they'll deliver for free. So I'm gonna send some tents down there.
Yeah,
And
they're great.
I'm
It's
getting
a
a
good way to
dog.
live. In the tropics, why not?
Yeah, why not? And
Yeah,
I can pack it up and go if I want to go to like another campsite, because I've been living out of fancy hotels for the past 8 years.
yeah.
Not
Tents are a
fancy.
lot more fun, actually.
Yeah, I'm hoteled out, and I
Yeah,
got, as you know, I got luggage all over the place. I got
yes.
luggage in the
Different
DM.
steps.
Yeah. So how's everything on your ranch? How are the cats?
They're doing good. Everybody's good. Pretty, it's an effort. They're good. 7 days a week, 8, 10 hours a day.
Yeah. How do you
Yeah,
feed them? Do you have like a system set up, or you just go ahead and pour?
yeah. I have these oval plates and basins and all that. So like 4 or 5 cats can go to one serving station, and then I just hand it all out. I've got it down to where it takes less than an hour to get them
Yeah.
all fed and watered.
They
Yeah,
drink water?
yeah. They drink a lot of water too. So
You should get a
yeah.
goat. You can have
I know.
goat milk.
I wanted to get a couple.
Yeah.
Probably will. Yeah.
Just go down
Probably
there
will.
and just get a pickup truck and go down there and collect your own.
I'll send Braulio with his van and he'll come back with two.
Yeah, Sigard's land's still there. I'm the one who told him to put goats on the land to begin with so that they'd eat the sticks.
The goats are good. They keep it all trimmed. They eat everything.
Yeah,
Two of them. Yeah,
then he
two
can
of them.
get milk.
I got over 1,500 square meters, so it's pretty big grounds inside the compound.
How many? What is that in acres? That's times
It's
10.
like a
15,000.
half acre, a little over a half acre. It's not too
Okay,
big. It's 20,000 square feet. About that.
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What? How many square feet are in an acre? 50,000. Yeah,
But
anyways, whatever.
that's inside the walls, and then I have the wild jungle outside because there's no building or anything. There's not even a road. It's just a dirt trail down to my place. So there's no traffic.
Yeah, can you drive a car there?
Yeah, you can. It's pretty
you
rough.
say you say that with trepidation.
You can, but you wouldn't want to do it a lot. That's why I use a motorbike.
You can bring the car, but you got to plan on walking.
Yeah, you'll gotta walk back.
You know,
You'll get it out of there.
it's probably a good idea to bring a shovel.
Yeah. No, it's okay. It's not that bad. It's just roads are a little rough coming in.
Yeah,
I mean, people live up there, so they do it, but I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to drive a car. I just use a bike. It's much faster and
right.
easier. Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's cool. That's good. But yeah, definitely goats are, because you can get goat milk, goat cheese. You can have a cocktail party with goat cheese.
Heck yeah. It's good stuff.
Yeah, he'd be the guest of honor.
That's great. Sell it.
Yeah.
Cat farm.
So what do you think? I'm going to segue here. What do you think I should do? I got the documentary coming out. We're doing this podcast now. We're trying to get, I had a publicist a long time ago, but I don't want to go do that again. And the thing is, because I'm wholesale and I'm not retail, it's like I don't really have any products to push, but I want to push the cause for all my hemp brothers out there, brothers and sisters, in terms of let's let's stop fighting this and stop like with all these governments and all that, just all that crap. I mean, it's just stupid. Let it be. Leave it alone. The problem is, the guys that are involved with it, are the guys that like we all hung out with when we were kids. But it's like they want to take it to a different level all the time. They got to get higher. They got to get higher and higher, and
Right.
that ruins the whole industry, because it's not about getting high. It's about, to me, anyways, it's about the CBD, for arthritis for old people. all the benefits.
beneficial, elements.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and these guys are screwing it up. Like in New York City, they went and they open a hemp shop and they're selling marijuana, and the police can't police it properly. So then it
yeah.
gets protesters and all this and that. So, so I don't know. It's like if we were going to do another article, I'm just spitballing here. What do you think what a theme would be?
I guess to try to approach the beneficial aspects of it. Just the oil is really big, right? I mean, it's just getting bigger and bigger. And now pets, the pet market for oil is huge. That's a
Yeah,
new thing that's just bursted out. Clayton is telling me about that. How
yeah.
many billion? It's like $5 billion a year in oils for animals because of the
Well,
fur, the feeding. Animals with digestive problems and all this that helps them. So
check
that's a
out
huge,
Martha
yeah,
Stewart. I didn't mean to
yeah,
interrupt. Sorry, we have a little delay. But Martha Stewart signed on with that, and she's a big.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's not just for elderly people and joint problems. It works for a lot of other applications.
Athletes. The athletes are using it right and left.
Yeah,
The,
exactly.
the
Yeah,
NFL and the NBA, they use it on their knees and everything
yeah.
else.
So
So
it's the benefits just outweigh the negatives, and any government with any intelligence would understand that. It's just the church and their moral principles that hold it back. The archaic morality of church. Just
yeah,
the superstition, basically.
yeah, they're the flock, and the flock gets the votes. They put them
Yeah.
on the bus and they go vote, and they don't even know what they're voting for.
They don't even know. They think it's some evil, devil's weed thing, and they've got no clue. None.
It's the
It's
old
just
thing:
education.
keep the poor people down. Otherwise you don't have a following. Because as soon as they smarten up, they realize they're
Yeah.
just stealing the money and off they go. So that's a great. But I mean, also though, I was thinking in terms of promoting Caribbean hemp, and the whole concept is that um, we could say that we had a good company that wanted to do well and prosper and help and give jobs and bring an industry to an island, to the DR, when worded properly, of course. But at the end of the day, this company just packed up and went 180 miles east, and has 100,000 square foot of greenhouse, employs thousands of people from start to finish, from people that mail, from people that broker, from people that work the harvest and work the field, and it's like this all could have been done in the DR. And there's I mean, like I said, there's a guy who does $250 million, 247 million, I guess to be specific, of cannabis revenue. He sells to China, he sells to Europe. I think he sells a little bit to the United States, but for the most part, he's got his own venues. But I mean, that's a story in itself. It's like, look at how long are you going to go foregoing a $5 billion industry? It's supposed to be, the industry is expected to be a $40 billion industry in 5, 10 years. I forget the parameters. But at the end of the day, I mean, just in the Caribbean islands alone, between Nevis, Antigua, St. Martin, you name it, um, DR, Costa Rica, and some Latin, Bogota, they're they're all legal. I mean, and it's like, what's the matter with the DR? And the irony, as I've said over and over again, the Dominican Republic is without a doubt, in my mind, the best place to grow. It has the rivers running out under the island all over the place, so it's fertile, and it has microclimates all over the place, so you can mess around with that. I would think. And
Yeah, it's perfect. It's
yeah, and the
perfect.
sharecropping agreement that I gave all those farmers, I had a phone book full of people that wanted to sign up and use their land, and I would grow, and we'd split the profits. And for 3 years, after 6 months, if they liked it, we stayed with it. If not, we say goodbye or renegotiate. And I mean, every
Well,
single person. I can't think of one person that said no.
well, yeah. The
Didn't.
thing is, in the DR, there's 3/4 of a million workers in the tourism field, right? So 750,000 people working in tourism, and then there's 400,000 in the agricultural sector. All right. but the total labor force of the agricultural sector is 5 million people.
Yeah.
So there's your army right there, you know?
Yeah, it's
That's what you're talking about.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So that's where the real power is. They know it. You
Yeah,
know, the tourism is huge here, but that hemp could be so much bigger, like by
yeah,
far.
especially with the rejuvenation of the soil. It's the only plant that rejuvenates soil the way, the
Yeah,
way it
carbon
needs to be done.
fertilizer. Yeah.
Yeah. It,
Yeah.
it's yeah, what's the thing about the tourist industry, I was I'm an economist by education, but and I used to evaluate countries, and I used to look at tourism, and all the politicians like tourism because it's a quick fix.
Yeah.
You know, it's like 10 to 15% of the GDP, when the DR is boasting a GDP of like 120 billion, and it's really funny because 3 years ago it was 80 billion, but that was COVID, I guess, induced. But they have the DR is famous for its magic pencil, you
Yeah.
know, it's great numbers. And so, but the jobs in the tourist jobs in the tourist industry, the
Yeah.
jobs are, as they call them, non-professional jobs, or what do they call them now?
Yeah.
They're,
Gigs, gig jobs, gig work.
yeah, they're the janitors, they're this and they're that, and they're making $4,000 a year, $5,000 a year, so they're just keeping them down.
Yeah.
So, but it's the nature of the game. I get it, but there's no middle class being built, and
No.
industrial hemp, and just not being obtuse to other ideas. You would think that they could have expansion,
Yeah. The GDP in DR last year was 124 billion.
right? Yeah,
Yeah. So and
yeah,
then they should, you know, access it out, administrate that out to the public for social programs too, but they don't do that either. So
yeah. I mean, when I started this, it was hemp for hospitals. Hemp, the sheets
yeah,
and
yeah.
and like we could give that stuff away if the government would help me with a loom, because I was going to buy a
They
loom.
need it. They need it too. They really need fabric and sheets, and you know they're at a loss for that. So
Yeah,
that would
I bet
sort
you
that out too.
I went to the hospital and my saw my friend, and next door lady was having a baby, and they brought her in and they pulled back the sheets and there was blood all over the sheets.
Yeah.
I'm like, those are dirty sheets. They're like, that's all we have. And that's when I really said, I'm gonna I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah, yeah. You can't fight it. It's just some things are just too entrenched, ignorance and incompetence. You know, they're entrenched,
Yeah,
culturally entrenched by the system, and you really can't fight it. Not overnight, anyway.
yeah. Do you feel like it's getting worse or getting better there
A
in
lot
terms?
of things are getting better. A lot of aspects. I mean, even the electricity has gotten worse, but now they've really pumped money into it. And they're making it a priority, and it's getting sorted out. But the electricity problem's gotten really bad because the load's gotten so much heavier from all the new incoming. You know, so that's the good thing that came out of it is that the outcry was so huge. They finally are doing something about it. So they put in some new stations, and putting in new infrastructure. So somebody's pulling out the money for that. You know,
Right.
business too. So that's improving. There's a lot of gentrification going on. If you've heard about Sosua, like Hard Rock Cafe is here now too, and the
Yeah.
beach walk is really coming along. It's starting to look like West Palm Beach. You know, it's
Where? In
changing
Cabarete or
dramatically.
Sosua?
Sosua, it's changing
Okay.
dynamically, quickly, and the building is out of control here. You know, like the cranes in the sky, right?
Right.
It's just popping. There's some agenda. Big money's come in, and they're not talking about it. You know, they're kind of keeping it quiet too. But it's kind of like they're trying to get the little business guys out of the way, so they can put upscale shops and services, and everybody's kind of noticing that. But Hard Rock Cafe is doing pretty well. They didn't think
Where's
it
Hard
would.
Rock Cafe? In Sosua?
It's right downtown Sosua. Yeah, it's right. It's where that where that gazebo is. not far from Pier Giorgio. You know the downtown gazebo where that ice cream shop was and the cigar parlor?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's right
Okay.
there. Yeah, it's right there.
Huh.
Kind of
Well,
not
that's
far
cool.
from Bailey's.
Right.
Yeah, and
Right.
they actually bus groups in from Puerto Plata too to go to
That's
Hard
great.
Rock Cafe. Yeah, it's hopping, and they've kept their prices kind of competitive. Like a cheeseburger's about $15 or something. It's
Yeah.
not too bad. It's a really good one.
Well, what are they doing about the never-ending prostitution? Are they
They shut that down. That's just
no
been shut
kidding?
totally shut down and wiped out. No,
Wow.
yeah, it's gone. And they're even, the other day they arrested some poor girl who was totally innocent. They like manhandle her. It's not funny, but it is. You know what I mean?
It's a little fun.
It's a little funny because they grabbed her off the street just because she was dressed nicely. She had nothing to do with prostitution. So now they're bringing in, yeah, now they're bringing in the attorney general because it's like human rights violations and all this crap. They really blew it on that one. She was totally innocent.
That's funny
So
though.
so they're cracking down a little bit too hard.
Well, so like when you drive into Sosua, there's no girls on the street anymore.
None. It's a ghost town.
No.
I'll show you. I'll
Wow.
send you some. I'll send you some pictures. You won't believe it. Like
Yeah.
a ghost
Well,
town.
that's got to drive the hotels, the real hotels, and real estate through the roof. I would think.
Right. It's doing
You
it.
know.
It's
Yeah.
starting to happen. Yeah. But
What was the
what they do
catalyst
is
behind that?
they just tell the guys to come down and use Tinder or some dating app to get the girls. They're just not on the street.
Right.
They're
Okay.
working. Yeah. So it's not gone, but it's not visible.
Right.
Yeah.
So the ugly guys, the fat ugly guys, can still get a girl.
Yeah. And the thing is too, like they if they dress nicely, they're allowed to walk around. Like they can be working girls, but they've got to dress nicely.
No more pink spandex.
No,
There
got to
goes
be
my Christmas outfit.
got to be granite turquoise. Pink is out. Yeah. So
Hemp smock.
they have a little dress. It's a little dress code going on.
All right.
It's kind of
Well,
nice. It's kind of funny. It's cleaned it up a bit.
the
Drugs are
pimps got
gone.
to be angry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Willie, is Willie
Oh
still
yeah.
the mayor?
He still is. Yeah. He's in on it too, though. He's in on the cleanup. He's
Yeah.
got something going on where he's making money.
He's getting old,
He's
so he's getting
he's
up
doing
there.
okay.
So, and how's the development in the DR, like along the beach where they were redoing it all, where they were all shanties and so forth? And
Yeah, that's all new. It's going to be a whole plaza, like a beach walk plaza.
right.
So that's really dynamically changed
Yeah, I'm
already.
telling you, the Caribbean is changing,
It
and
is.
that's why I like this. My agenda is like I'm the only guy that does what I do in Puerto Rico,
Yeah,
and, and if I could come and do my gig and set up build a farm and have people. I mean, I just think it'd be great, but who's going to listen to me until I start doing some stuff? I was going to try to partner up with this whale, and maybe work on the DR because he's Venezuelan. And I don't know, how's DR's relationship with Venezuela these days?
that's going pretty well. That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Mm.
They're on the Venezuelan side of the argument right now. The tip between U.S. and Venezuela.
Yeah, but the DR's got to be careful. They get a ton of dough from the U.S.
They do, but the whole Caribbean's kind of sided with Venezuela, so it's like you don't stand out by standing up with Venezuela.
Yeah.
The Caribbean's on their side. They're Caribbeanas, part of the
Yeah.
Caribbean nations. And so the thing is, Caribic nations. The thing is, with the Spaniards have been bursting in too. Spanish from Spain. A lot of big businesses are coming in from Spain, and they're
Huh.
moving in. They're buying up agricultural properties. They're buying up supermarkets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like a flood right now. So that's how I got into the Spanish wine import thing too.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there's a
Good
lot
wines.
of, huh?
Good wines out of Spain.
Extremely good,
Mm.
especially good region too, the Huesca region. Yeah. there's like specialist vineyards there that specialize on exclusive grapes that they don't have anywhere else. And the thing is, they can offer it at the same cost as crap. So you're getting excellent premium wines for $5 a bottle.
Wow.
Yeah, because they specialize. They grow the grapes themselves. They have them themselves. They're genetically engineered at the premise, So
Yeah.
so they've cut all their other ancillary costs out, so they can give the product for a good price.
So that eliminates the drinking problem of cost.
Exactly. Remove the cost.
Then we don't have a drinking problem.
Cost again. But
All right. Well, when can we do this again? You available like next week, at the end of next week?
yeah,
Give it some thought, and we'll spitball a little bit, and
yeah.
try to see. It's like I had a congresswoman call me or send me a text about the fact that a long time ago this individual set me up with the DEA. What is it? The DEAC?
Oh, the DNDC. Yeah,
The
yeah,
DNDC.
yeah.
Okay, which is equivalent to our DEA.
Right.
Right. I
Yeah,
met with the head honcho there, and I met with, of course, the president and the deputies, and we did all this stuff, and I had to provide my FBI background check, show my company's in good standing in the United States, and it's good standing in Puerto Rico, and it's good
yeah.
standing in the DR. But ironically, I can have Caribbean Hemp Company, but I can have Caribbean Hemp Plantation, which I thought was kind of racist.
Yeah,
But
that's weird. Why is that? What's the distinction between company and plantation?
they don't like company. They don't.
That's traditional, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
corporate. Yeah,
yeah. And same thing in Puerto Rico. I'm Caribbean Hemp Industries,
yeah. Okay.
not corporation. So
Yeah.
whatever they want, it's just paperwork to me, man.
It's in the zeitgeist. That's it. Corporate fear is happening. Corporate fatigue is a thing. Suffering corporate fatigue.
Yeah,
Yeah, but plantations are all right.
yeah. I guess it's whatever. We'll get
It
a
sounds more traditional. Hemp plantation. That sounds pretty good, actually.
seersucker suit and a corncob
And
pipe and sit on the porch.
mint juleps. Get your mint juleps and yeah.
Yeah. All right, brother. I'm gonna sign out here, and
All right.
I'll check in with you later. We'll coordinate something and put something cool together. And because we could keep driving this thing forward, but we got to be careful because they're not nice sometimes there. And I'm not there, but they'd arrest you. Let me tell you, every time I come around through these islands, not every time, but I'd say about 50% of the time I get sequestered. They pull me off and they want to talk to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
the shady character. Gotta watch it.
Well, plus I only have 2 pages left on my passport, so I got to.
Oh, yeah, see. What is this?
Yeah.
What are you really up to?
Yeah, I know. It was an act of Congress to get my driver's license renewed in the States because California, the DMVs kept burning down.
Yeah, I know.
Well, not
Jeez.
burning down, but they
Well, I don't
whatever.
know. It took me what 5 years to get my passport.
Yeah. Then you get it, and you're like, I don't really feel like going anywhere. Traveling is
Yes,
just terrible, man. I hate it.
never did. So I did. That's why I didn't need it.
Yeah,
Really didn't need it.
I'm gonna go around all over the world basically and collect all my luggage, my golf clubs, all my stuff that I've just dropped off all over the place with my friends around the planet. And I'm just gonna
Yeah,
take it. I'm gonna throw it in the Puerto Rico in our warehouse. We got a big giant warehouse we built, and I'm just
yeah.
gonna just
Well,
leave it in there.
the cat piss isn't a problem with it. It's the actual humidity of the climate that's rough on the
Yeah.
luggage. Yeah, that's rough.
Do you have a tarp or something you can throw over? A piece of plastic?
It's inside my pump house, which is
Oh, okay.
yeah, so it's totally protected. But the
That's
humidity just gets to things.
Yeah, the humidity. That's why I said if you had a tarp, you could throw it over it.
I hang it out in the sun and the wind a lot, so it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Once in a while.
Well, I've been living out of a backpack basically for a while here. So, because it's like I got sick of waiting, checking bags and waiting. It's like I literally was taking suitcases from Puerto Rico, up to Miami, have meetings, take the suitcases, go back to Puerto Rico, and pull
Yeah.
nothing out. Yeah, so that's why it was crazy.
I think there's a 20-gallon trash bag.
Yeah.
Holds all my clothes.
Just sleeping.
You have to sleep in, to sleep on. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
good pillow. Yeah.
Can you
Flotation
get those
device
with
when
the
I
zip
fall in the
up?
pool. Yeah. Emergency flotation device.
You're so
Stop.
pretentious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, brother. I'll
All
talk
right.
to you this week.
Okay. Have fun.
Okay, drive fast.